Hey guys, what's up? It's SMOGONdevo here. Here we are with some practice matches. Finally getting these out. The reason why I've waited so long on these is that I just really wanted to get that meta overview and Ninetales video out. But I do have a good amount of videos ready to go that are just waiting for some voiceovers and some small edits. So I'm going to be rolling those out slowly over the next week or so while I prepare my next showcase. I've also got a discussion video planned for the Confusion users. I'm going to go over some of the breakpoints there and some of the matchups just so that's a bit more fleshed out. I don't think I want to do a separate showcase for each of them. Yeah, I just kind of want to try out a discussion video for them, go over some of the key elements or breakpoints as well. So that's coming as well. Stay tuned for that. So just a few other things to note, I guess. I made a few changes going off some feedback from my previous videos. I think I'm going to keep that little gray box next to the video where I display them on so you guys can follow along a bit easier during the battles. Even though it's the most tedious part to actually edit for my videos, I'm going to keep that in there. Who knows, maybe in the future if it gets too time consuming, I'll get rid of it. Let me know what you think about that. The other thing is I took some feedback from the battle screen. I made it bigger just because I guess that is the focus of these videos, watching the battles. So I tried to make it as big as I could. I don't think I'm going to make it much bigger than that, but that's there. So let me know if that's an improvement or if you like that. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all I really wanted to say, so let's just jump into these battles. We're going to check out a few here of these very early test battles for the Rainbow Cup. So a lot of the plays I make and maybe some of the sets of my Mon aren't optimal or what I would consider the better set now. But without any more delays, let's check this out. So starting it off, I'm going to go in with Chew, Slowpoke, and Fortress. A lot of these battles are actually featuring Slowpoke. I really liked it in my early practice videos, and I think it definitely is a force to be reckoned with. But anyways, we lead Raichu into his Zard, which is great for me. Gonna build some energy here. And then I'm actually gonna go for the Thunder Punch bait, hoping to draw a shield. I get the shield, which is great. Now I'm going to build to my Wild Charge. I unfortunately have to shield whatever move he goes for because Raichu doesn't want to take any hits. So I get my Wild Charge, hoping to KO the Charizard. I do get it, which is great, but he is going to bring in Venusaur. So I just want to try and get as much damage as I can off on it, so I go straight for this Wild Charge. He doesn't shield, which is good. Take a nice chunk of its health. I'm going to bring in my Fortress now. Even though this was early testing, I was already aware that Fortress can actually beat Venusaur at a 0 to 2 shield deficit, so I wasn't too worried here. He does bring in Quagsire, so I bring in Slowpoke, and here you're going to see the power of Poke. So how you're supposed to do this versus Quag is you take that first hit, which is exactly what I do. Go to my Psyshock and let it out. Get his last shield, and now I'm going to build to my last Psyshock, my second one. I have to shield this move coming in, and I will be able to get to my next Psyshock. Launch that straight into the Quag, it has no shields. And then my Confusion damage will actually chip it down. So that's the power of Poke. It's surprisingly bulky actually. There's Venusaur's in, so I'm trying to get to another Psyshock, but I'm just short. Final Whip is super effective, so that's to be expected. But I do have Fortress, so this is not going to be an issue for me. And I knock out his Venusaur with Bug Bite. So we take that first match. And yeah, Slowpoke's really, really good. I know there is the whole deal with its breakpoints and that it can't actually reliably beat Venusaur or Quagsire. But I still do love it. It's still a great check to both of those, and it has really good coverage in the meta. Again, it really is a force to be reckoned with. The downside is that it's very big investment. Although you don't really need a second move on it, I actually still don't have one. But anyways, next battle, we lead Soar with Poke and Chew in the back. I lead my Venusaur into his Raichu, which is again good for me. So I'm going to just build up some energy here, as much as he'll let me. He makes a switch, bringing in Ivysaur. I switch in Slowpoke. This was not a good move actually. I didn't realize that Ivysaur was Razor Leaf. And if you'll see, I get absolutely chunked down. So Razor Leaf does burn Slowpoke. You don't want to switch it in versus a Razor Leaf user. Want to be extra careful there. It is a water type after all. But now I have my Venusaur in, so I'm going to go for the Sludge Bomb. Take out his Venusaur luckily, sorry, his Ivysaur luckily, but I am down shield now. So now I'm going to Sludge Bomb versus Zard. I get a shield, and I'm actually able to build to the second Sludge Bomb. So I launched that off versus Zard. I guess he thought I was trying to bait, so he didn't shield it, and it takes a ton of health from Zard. Now I'm wishing I kept my Slowpoke around, but I bring in 2. I don't shield. I figure I'm going to lose, so if he tries to bait me, I will just let him hit me. If not, I've already lost. At least that was my mentality. But I get the bait correctly, at least that first time. Then I'm able to chip down his Zard with fast moves and build up some energy. But unfortunately now we're at the Raichu mirror match and I have no shields and his Wild Charge is ready to go. So I will lose there, but yeah, when you're using Slowpoke, just be very careful of those Razor Leaf users. But the next battle, we're going to lead Zard with Slowpoke and Quagsire in the back. And again, you're going to see the power of Slowpoke. Just waiting for this battle to start up. Yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking about Slowpoke, if you guys have one yourself. I know it's a bit investment heavy, but I'm wondering if anyone else has one or is testing. So we lead Zard into Venusaur, which is great. Going to try to farm, but he immediately switches out, so I'm going to wait to see what he has and then bring in my Slowpoke. We've seen this situation already. We want to take this first move. He does go for Earthquake, knowing that I'm not going to shield the first move, but I get to Side Shock now. Get it off, burn a shield, and now I'm going to try to build to my second one. Almost there. So I am going to go for that Side Shock. And I'm able to KO his Quag. Venusaur comes in, I only get about 1 confusion damage on it, and then I go down. And my Zard does have some energy farmed up over here. So I'll farm a little bit more, wait for him to use a move, and I will shield whatever it is. Sludge Bomb, so it's a good thing I shielded. And now I'm going to actually go for a bait. Good thing I did because he switches in his Raichu and he's forced to shield us. Gonna build a bit more energy and then switch out to my Quagsire, hoping to catch a charge move. Get the Thunder Punch, which is great, and now I can farm up a little bit of energy versus Raichu. Helps that Quagsire double resist electric moves. So I'm just going to build a little bit more energy and then go for the Stone Edge here. We get it out, and then his Venusaur is going to come in, so I'm going to launch an Earthquake out. And that's going to take the Venusaur. I also did have that Charizard in the back with a ton of energy, but that will be this game. So the next game, I'm going to lead Fortress with Venusaur and Charizard in the back. Just choosing the lineup over here. So we're going to lead this Fortress. Unfortunately, I do lead into Charizard. So what I try to do is build up a little bit of energy over here. I kind of make a bit of a mistake. I should have tried to build a bit more energy, but anyways, I switch out my Fortress into Zard. He accidentally switches in Ivysaur. This is why you should always be extra careful about what you're actually switching in. Quick switching is great. It's a good way to keep your momentum, but it is risky, right? So I have to shield that Sludge Bomb, but I have a ton of energy now. And I'm going to actually go for the Blast Burn, and I believe I have just enough to get 2 Blast Burns. So he'll shield the first one, and then I will go for the second one as well. And I will draw his second shield. Zard definitely is a threat. I still prefer Ninetales, but Charizard is an excellent choice, just because of that massive blast turn damage. So I know I can take a Wild Charge or a Thunder Punch, so I'm not trying to waste my last shield. I'm still gambling on the bait, so I end up taking a Wild Charge, unfortunately. But now I'm able to get this Frenzy Plant off and knock out the Raichu. I wanted to save my shields for Fortress in the back. Yeah, I can't get that Sludge Bomb, and now I have Fortress. So I have a shield, so I'm able to block this first move. Luckily I do because of the Blast Burn, but because I didn't farm up that extra bit of energy at the start of the match, I wasn't able to get to my Rock Tomb. So I think I definitely prefer Earthquake because it's almost impossible for me to actually get off those Rock Tombs versus Charizard. I mean, if you can do it, it's great, but I haven't had much luck. So going into the next match, we have Venusaur and Fortress with Slowpoke in the lead. I lead into Lantern, which is very unfortunate for me. So I'm just going to try and farm up a Psyshock. And you're going to see some pressure from Slowpoke in this match. So then I switch out to my Venusaur. But he does switch to Raichu. I think that might have been a mistake. I know I can take the first move again, so I'm going to take this Wild Charge. Then I'm going to go for a Sludge Bomb. Honestly, I should have just went Frenzy Plant, but go for the Sludge Bomb and he shields. Then I can get to my second Frenzy Plant. Or actually, I go for a Sludge Bomb. That's able to knock out Chew. Again, it probably would have been a better idea just to Frenzy Plant twice. But he brings in his Venusaur, so I'm going to try to get the Sludge Bomb. Just make it, and I launch it off. Doesn't decide to shield it. I don't really want to preserve my Venusaur any more than this. It's done much more than I anticipated. But now Slowpoke is going to come in with the Psyshock and apply a ton of pressure. He's forced to shield. He does make a really good switch. I was waiting to see what it was. Now that I know it's the Lantern, I'm going to shield, obviously. Build up a bit of energy here. And I will get to my second Psyshock. Not enough to knock out the Lantern, so I'm going to shield and try to build up a little bit more energy versus the Lantern, knowing that Venusaur's in the back. Just short of the third Psyshock, but I managed to get it. Actually, I was just short again, so his Venusaur is going to knock me out with Frenzy Plant. But I do have Fortress in the back, so its Bug Bite will knock out that Venusaur no problem. So jumping into this last match, we're going to lead with Chew and Slowpoke and Quagsire in the back. So I lead into the mirror, actually. So usually for the mirror match, I like to just watch what the opponent tries to do first. So I'm just going to build energy until he makes the first move. I know Raichu can take a Wild Charge or a Thunder Punch, but I get a little bit impatient and just go for this Wild Charge right here. He doesn't shield it, which is great. In mirror matches, I like to just try to gain any type of advantage. So he didn't burn his shield, neither will I. I go for Thunder Punch immediately after, hoping to at least draw a shield. Luckily for me, I get the shield, so I'm going to allow my Raichu to go down now that I have the shield advantage. I bring in Quagsire and I farm up this Raichu a little bit. I can take pretty much any hit from it, so I'm not worried about this. Take the Wild Charge and continue to farm some energy, and I'm still at this shield advantage. So I switch in Slowpoke right away, and he switches in Charizard, even though you can't see it. I wasn't totally sure what it was, so I decided to shield this. The Dragon Claw. Now I know it's Charizard, so I go Psyshock. I get this last shield over here, and you're going to see the power of Poke once again. Try for this Psyshock, but he also has his Blast Burn ready. I'm not going to shield, and you'll see that Slowpoke actually manages to tank that Blast Burn, and that's crazy. So I get my second Psyshock and knock out Charizard. Venusaur comes back in. Slowpoke unfortunately goes down, so I'm going to go for my Earthquake on Quagsire, hoping to chip down this Venusaur a lot. I get just that. Building to Stone Edge here. but I actually get taken down with the Vine Whips. So I wasn't able to take that one. Probably should have expended that extra shield, but you live and you learn. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed these practice matches. I was really messing around with Slowpoke, and again, these were very early into my practice matches. So I wasn't 100% sure what I was doing. I wasn't sure what could take what charge moves. I was really just messing around with a lot of different stuff. Especially that Ivysaur and the Slowpoke coming in on that Razor Leaf kind of sucked. But that's what practice battles are for. You're supposed to use them to learn and grow. But anyways, I'm going to end the video here. Trying to get a little bit more Slowpoke content out for the next video, so stay tuned for that. If you liked the video, don't forget to leave a like, throw me a comment, let me know how Slowpoke's doing for you, or if you're totally against running it. Also, if you could subscribe, I would really appreciate that, so take care for now.